Justin, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hey, Ken, how are you today?
Justin, I'm living the dream, man. What's going on with you?
Well, I'm glad I finally got through to you. I tried last week, but
thank you for keeping with it.
Basically, I'm a graduate of the University of Florida. I have a bachelor's and master's degree from there, and I've had a few different jobs since I graduated. And currently, I'm in a business development sort of role, and it's just I know it's not for me, and I know it's not what I'm supposed to be doing. And I've been praying a lot and everything, and I feel like I'm sort of being led to go down maybe a path of like nonprofit work, ministry work, maybe public administration.
Okay.
And basically, I'm just kind of really confused and lost because it's different than anything I've ever thought I would be heading towards. So I'm not really sure what.
All right, let's talk about what are you most confused by? What's the most confusing thing you're dealing with right now?
Just what I'm supposed to do with my life, and in terms of career and
not
work.
Not true. I don't think you're confused. You were as clear as I've heard anybody go. I'm supposed to go down this path here. You just kind of threw a couple things at it. So as far as the actual location and title, yeah, you might be confused about that, but I don't think you're confused about what you want to do. You just told me. So let's just have some fun with it.
That's
Okay, so say it. What is it that you would love to do if I gave it to you tomorrow? Right now, as of right now, we could change this later tonight, but I want you to tell me, give me the best clear vision you can give me on what would be awesome to try tomorrow. You couldn't fail. You didn't have to commit to it for the rest of your life, but you'd try this tomorrow in that direction that you just told us. What would it be?
I think it would be to be like an executive director of a nonprofit of some kind.
Okay.
Just helping people. Yeah.
There's no confusion in that statement. Am I right, Justin?
No, not really.
All right. So what you're confused about, tell me if I'm wrong, but I think what you're confused about is how do I get to that executive director role? What's the path to that role? Am I right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right. So
and where that is.
Okay, great. Good. I think that's absolutely right. I'm not sure you know what type of nonprofit you want to work for, but I'm going to give you 3 questions that you've got to go do your homework on. Okay? You ready? You got something to write with?
I do.
All right, here we go. Who do I most want to help? Think of the person. Come up with a person. Come up with a name. What's their life like? Come up with that person or people group, a constituency, a demographic. All right, who do you most want to help? Second question, what problem do you want to solve? So now that we got the person, you've already begun to think of their problem. What's the real problem? Because you can think of that person and go, well, this is their circumstance, but I want to know what's the source of their circumstances. And that's what you need to answer. What is the problem that these people that I long to help, what is it that's really causing all of their issues? That's the problem I most want to solve. And then that leads to the third question. How would you solve that problem? That's the solution you most want to provide. Folks, I just gave you 3 simple questions that have unbelievable transformational power to give you clarity. But you've got to get them on paper and wrestle with it and put the answers there. So Justin, that's your homework. You write those questions out, and I love using a pencil. I do it every day. Look at this. This is just a basic moleskin journal that I use every day. I write down notes on every person who calls into this show. And I write it down with a pencil, and this is also the same way I create new content. Why? Because some of you need this breakthrough. I just gave you the questions, but it's the process that gives the power. Write the questions down. We get them out of our head, and I can look at them. And then I start to write the answers. I want to help single moms who are dealing with substance abuse. Okay, great. Well, that's who I want to help. Well, what's the problem I want to solve? Well, see, there's a problem that's actually causing the substance abuse. So what do I want to do? What's that problem? Okay, I'll write that problem down. There we go. Okay, third question. Well, what's the solution? The solution is they overcome the pain that's causing the substance abuse, and they actually get healthy, they get clean, and we get them a great job. That's the solution you most want to provide. Folks, I just walk you through the exercise. But by writing it down, I see it, and here's the power of the pencil. I call it what did I call this? I taught on this last couple weeks ago. I think I called it the principle of the pencil, not to be confused with the proximity principle. I love principles and laws, folks. Here's the power. When I write it down and I see it, and I want to change it the next day or the next evening when I look at it again, guess what I do? Look at this. Little eraser, erase it, and edit it again. That's the power. Revisiting and editing. That's where clarity comes in. And by the way, if you don't want to use the old pencil eraser, look at this guy. Can we zoom in on this, Nathan? Which way? Let's go over here. Look at this. This is so great. I'm nerding out right now, and this is the YouTube show, and so I'm live, and it's my show, so I'm going to show you. Look at this eraser. Isn't that fantastic? Game changer. There is no pencil that can withstand the power of this eraser. And here's what happens. I'm free to flow on the paper because I got this eraser and I can go, oh, okay, great. I'm going to go right back into that thought, and I'm not going to get writer's block or anything. I'm just letting my heart literally bleed on the paper. And I got my eraser. The power of a pencil is beautiful. But that's what you got to do, Justin. And then when we get the answers, and I gave you a sample, just made it up, now we go, oh, so I want to work for a nonprofit that is solving this problem by providing this solution. Ding, ding, ding. Tell him what he's won, Joe. He's won clarity and confidence and courage to finish the race. Folks, don't overdo this in your mind. I'm going to tell you something. I hope those of you that are new to the show, that you stay with me a couple more days to see my heart, because I don't want to apologize for what I'm about to say. But what I just did for you folks is as simple and as powerful of a process that exists in the universe. And I'm not saying that bragging on me, because I didn't come up with it. I just learned it from other people. But I'm giving it to you. It's a game changer. Please take that process if you're like Justin.